So can you just explain the Kubernetes common configuration scoring system? What is this project about? What need from the market you felt that you were like, hey, we have to come up with this project?
The Kubernetes common configuration scoring system, KCCSS in short, is a framework to rate the runtime configuration of workloads. So we have a security product that we show to customers, and we were showing them things like what pods are running as root, which one are privileged, basically looking at individual configuration and telling them what's risky. But really what people needed is a way to prioritize the risk. What are my top risky workloads and what should I do about it? So we wanted to be able to give a risk score for each workload with a clear explanation of why is it risky, why is this workload more risky than the other one. So we looked at the existing frameworks out there in security. So we have a CVSS, very similar name, the Common Vulnerability Scoring System, which is an industry standard to score the risk associated with vulnerabilities. Now, what's different with Kubernetes when we are talking about configuration is that they exist for a reason. They are not vulnerabilities that needs to be fixed. They are just configuration that are more or less risky. So we needed to adapt this system. And also, we didn't want to rate individual configurations separately. We wanted to be able to aggregate them together to show how two risks together makes it a lot more risky than two other risks. So we continue looking. There is some other project that we looked at, but in the end, we decided to do something that's both familiar to people. So we use the CVSS methodology to rate individual score to explain the impact of to the availability of the cluster, confidentiality, integrity, are they remote, are they local? But we are able to use all of this information about workloads to create a unique risk for the entire workload. So that's what KCVSS is. It's both a framework that gives a common way to score a workload, but it also comes with a set of rules. So we have 30 rules that looks at things like privileges, pod security policy, etc. Remediation as well, that may be used to lower the risk.